Welcome back to PYJynJoy, Messages from the Divine. This is Charmaine, your holistic life coach, coming to you with a message for the collective. But before we get started, let's cleanse the energy of the space and see what message we have. So, do a quick shuffle. Divine, what message do you have for the collective today? Divine, what message do you have for the collective today? Divine, what message do you have for the collective today? So let's split the deck, see what we get. We have sacral chakra and patience. So patience, 14, 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 is all about change. So you may be making some changes in your life and you need to have patience with yourself. Don't go too hard as things are slow. You see that there is a seed in her hand and it extends up into this beautiful flower and some smoke going off to the side. So you have to find balance and make sure that you're not um, going too hard on yourself. Have temperance in your life, this temperance card. And then we have 2, sacral chakra. So that is above your pubic bone, below your navel, where all your sensuality, your passion, your creativity, your drive, all of that is right there. And 2 is all about balancing. It's also could be couples. So maybe you're needing some patience with your lover. Let's see what we get. So we have choose wisely, 7. 7 is all about your intuition, your spiritual connection, as well as your inner wisdom. So you see there's a person sitting there, it's very well could be you, and sitting on the pier and hands are up in receiving mode. And there's different options. So 5 hands are pointing in different directions. There's 2 birds that are flying off towards the sunrise. So it's really telling you that you need to think carefully. Go inside to figure out what help you need to help you make that decision. So we'll do the 5 card spread and then get into each one. Yep, this is definitely romance. So 1, love begins. So you see the 2 people, different hands, and they're clasping this bowl that's pouring down into the beginnings of a river. So it's like the beginning of the love flowing. 2 trees, again, the balance. And I love that there's the rainbow above. It reminds me of my little Jen and Josie. So that's there for you too. And 1, of course, is new beginnings. So you have presently, so this is your immediate past. Your present is with all this green and all this love, your heart chakra is green. That is you getting a new love going on. And look at this, hope. 17, the star, how fabulous. So you have hope in your life. 1 plus 7 is 8. Look at this, 1 plus 7 is 8. You can't make this up. So you have hope. So you have hope that this relationship in your immediate future is definitely going to be something that's positive for you. I'm excited for you. So let's see what the distant past was. Suffering in silence. 9. 9 is endings, completions, like the end of a chapter. So suffering in silence, you're up above at the top of this mountain, but it was easy steps. So perhaps it's like each step represents the different relationships you've had to go through before you met the lover of your life. Because remember, this is distant past, this is immediate past. So where you went from having to sit there and go through all of these different people to now you have a choice. So it's showing 5. So of those 5, there is going to be someone that's for you. And that is that part. So let's see what the distant future will bring for this lovely couple. And it is 5. Again, remember we had 5. So 5 is about change. So financial and material changes. And look at the rings. So you have spring, summer, winter, and fall. It's the different seasons. So it's showing you that this love with you that you have that's coming, or it depends on where you are and it's the collective. You may already have this person in your life, but it's showing that you will go through many seasons together and you'll have financial, material abundance. Things will be great for you. So there'll be changes throughout your years together. So this could very well be your soulmate, maybe even a twin flame. And looking like how that's bright, it could be your twin flame that's there. So let's get back into it. Let's go first into, oh, and the bottom card has the patience, but look what else, the heart chakra, which is 4, and that's your foundation. So remember I said all the green. So you have all of that love that you've been holding on to, and look at the radiance of it, just like that. So you have all of that with you, and this is definitely a positive love affair. And then also at the bottom, we have prosperity begins. So you see, we go love begins, prosperity begins, I'm going to pull one more because, well, actually two, because these are like falling right in. So it's foundation and achievements, another four, more green, another rainbow. So it's showing that at some point in the distant future, you will have this foundation of four being your base, your root of a loving of family life. You have a new home. There's a couple with a child standing there and holding hands. The woman has the arm around the boy. So it really is just showing you that with this person, you are definitely on the right path. They're definitely a long-term person to be with, and to realize that all is good. You have hope, you have love. So I'll put that underneath that one. And in fact, I'm going to move this over here. So these two are together. And then the other one I want to pull is partnerships and alliances, again, showing the couple gathering your hands together, just like it was there. So three is all about expansion. And with expansion, you are expanding your family life. So it went from a couple to being a family. So let's leave these all here, and then let's get into the distant past. So Divine, tell us some more about this distant past for these people in the collective. And now remember too, this message may not resonate with everyone, but for those who do, take a look at it and see where you are in your relationship. Like I mentioned earlier, you could very well already have met your lover. Maybe you're still suffering in silence, but the situation is for you to look at it and listen, look at the cards and listen to what I'm saying and see how it resonates in your life. We're not together where I can do a one-on-one to answer questions for you. So let's do this suffering in silence. So you were single at some point. So Divine, tell us some more about this distant past for this person in the collective or people in the collective that were going through so many different other relationships that just didn't turn out quite well because you had waiting for them their twin flame, perhaps, or soulmate. Let's see which one. Patience and planning. See, two. So back to seven again, 7 and 7. So it's letting you know, and again, look at the seasons the same way here: spring, summer, fall, winter. So it's still the same, and you have the two columns. So it's patience. Just, you may be suffering, but you know, don't think of it as suffering. Think of it as the universe putting you closer to the love of your life, even if the last date you had was such a bummer. Don't look at it that way. Look at it as preparing you and letting you know what you don't want. That's the thing. What you've experienced with these other people are what you don't want, because what you want is coming. So we have that there. Patience. So have your, and look, I just noticed this as I put it down. Patience. Have patience and planning. So the planning part could be you get some rose quartz and spend some time self-love, because until you love yourself, you can't find someone who will love you the way you want them to. So make sure that you are very loving of yourself, you are gracious with yourself, you are giving yourself patience, all of that that you have within you and what you want. Spend this time also visualizing the life of love that you want from the beginning. Like, say, you live together, so you wake up in the morning, do you have some hot sex or something, or do you go work out together, or do you just have breakfast, grab a coffee, whatever it is. So in your mind, visualize how your day would go from waking up to going to bed, closing your eyes for night, and being with this partner that you want so much. And then you will manifest that. So don't suffer in silence. Use that time period to manifest. So let's see, is there another card you can tell us for the distant past, Vine? Disruption. Yep. So 7, 1 plus 6 is 7. So 7 again. So this is a major life experience. So what this means is, with that suffering part, maybe you had a really bad breakup, but you needed that bad breakup, because if you didn't have that, you would not be free to meet the one that is the love of your life. So the universe always has a way of knocking you on your butt sometimes, punching you in the gut, whatever it is, to make you move. Until you move out of a position, a relationship, a job, whatever it is, until you move out of that thing that's not the best for you, the divine is going to have disruption at the end, so that you will get booted to be in where you need booty butt. You say that to little kids. uh, to do that in order to get you to free up, because these other people that you're dating are blocks. They're just blocks. They're placeholders. You could even look at them that way. They're experiments. So you can go on that date and don't feel like, oh God, am I doing so poorly? Because look at it as an experiment. Okay, you're just figuring out what you want to say, how you want to talk, or whatever. So let's now move. So you've had this disruption that had to boot you out of these other relationships so you can be prepared. And that's why you're now sitting. Maybe you're taking up some meditation or something, and that's good too. So let's move to the immediate past. Tell us, Divine, what you can say about the collective in this immediate past for them, where they're needing to choose wisely. What more can you tell us about that? Balance. So you're getting 11. Just look at the columns. That's balanced also. So it's basically telling you 1 and 1 is a master number. So it's like double the new beginnings. 1 is new beginnings. And it's also very much spiritual. It's like connecting to source, connecting to the universe. And it's telling you to have balance. Just like Temperance was saying that same thing. It's this as well. So you can see that the angel is floating up above, and he has every one of the suits at his belt as if he is prepared, has all the resources necessary. So the wands, the pentacles, the cup, the sword, everything is available, and his hands, just like here, are open to receive. Or in this case, he may be giving it to you. So while you're in this quiet meditation, you are receiving from the divine. You're getting your download. Look at that. 11, like I said, it's spiritual. So you are getting your download that's helping you to figure out what to do next in this relationship that's coming for you. So just be patient. So let's see, what else can you tell us about the the immediate past, divine? What more can you tell us about the immediate past? Material harvest, more eyes down, more hands open. So perhaps you'll meet them at work. Because look, again, the columns, 2 buildings, it looks like they are, could be Roman or could be Greek, and look like even temples, how they have. So 9 is about completions, endings. We just had that with the suffering and silence. So material harvest, all that you've been planning and the seeds and all those other relationships or dating of opportunity, or not opportunities, but dating times that you've had were like the seeds to prepare you for this material harvest of the one that is coming for you. So maybe you'll meet them at work. We'll just see, or in your line of work somehow. Not necessarily a coworker, but perhaps someone that you may meet in your goings about for work. So let's move on to the present. So love begins. You've met this person. Divine, tell us more about this. Love begins in the present. Tell us more about the lover. What more can you tell us about that, Divine? Rejoice in celebration, DD, more emotions, more love, more heart. So you have 3 cups coming together and rejoicing, and that usually means with celebration, getting engaged. Okay, so you may very well, this person that you're meeting, they will ask you to marry them, and then you'll have your hands up in happiness. See, again, hands together. I used to say, Ziggy, that reminds me. I used to say my little dog Ziggy, who's the PY in PYJynJoy, heads together. He's a little Maltese, and I would pick him up and put our foreheads together. He would look at me like, I guess. But anyway, so hands together, not heads together, hands together in rejoicing in this fabulous engagement that you have coming. So again, you may have gone through all that drama in the past, but it led you to this beautiful, beautiful celebration of engagement. So let's see. What else can you tell us about this present, divine? What more can you tell us about this situation for the collective? Power. 8. Again, 8 is your money. Money, honey. So it's all about your money. 8 is also power, strength. So you have someone, this is explaining the type of person. They are going to be someone that's wealthy. They are strong. They are powerful. They're like a lion. Maybe they're a Leo. Okay, very well could be a Leo. So you see underneath, that's him inside. That's the power of his, and also think of the power of his love for you. So this is someone who is a keeper. So it was. But I'll ask you this: drop in the comments. Was it worth going through losers to get to this powerful one? Let me know. You tell me. I think I would know the answer for that one, but you tell me in the comments below. So let's go to this hope, your immediate, and again, look, 8, 1 plus 7, 8. So tell us, divine, for the collective, what this immediate future has, this beautiful hope situation. Tell us some more. What can you tell us about that? Base chakra. And that all goes in with your financial, material, all of that is your base chakra. And your base chakra is at the base of your tailbone, of your spine rather, being your tailbone, and it's again one. So that is where you house your family. Remember I said about this family coming together. So you have this base chakra is your root chakra, and it houses your family, your support, your wealth, material as well. So it's your grounding. So a lot of times you hear people saying grounding, and I actually have a grounding mat. And I think it's fabulous. It's done a lot of changes for me. So it's basically where we spend so much time in rubber shoes or not, like think of the sneakers. Everybody wears sneakers. So you don't get the connection to the earth. So go for a walk, walk in the grass or something. Just be mindful where you walk. There's dogs. Some people don't pick up after the dogs, although I always did. But the thing is that you can connect to the grounding by connecting to the earth. So that brings you that power as well. And look at the colors. But this is in relation definitely to this person is going to be a great support for you. That's why there's hope. You're happy. This is your twin flame. I'm going to just put it out there. It'll be your twin flame. So tell us more about this present, Divine. What can you tell us about this present twin flame loving relationship that's going so well? Emotional loss, 5. So 5 is change. So there could be something that's on the horizon for you. Let's look at the sun and on the horizon. So just be mindful, because remember, again, this is a temperature check of what's happening now. So this is emotions. So perhaps there may be some type of loss, but it's not going to be with your lover. It's maybe something else. Let me ask, Divine, what is this emotional loss? What emotional loss will be coming up in the immediate future for the collective? Divine, what is this emotional loss that will be coming up for the collective in the immediate future? Well, it's positive movement forward, 8. So that is really back to 8 about your prosperity. So it's telling you it's not going to be the money. It's not going to be your relationship, because there's still positive movement forward. You see in the boat, and they're going, and again, looking how that was with the bird, and then the water, and sitting on the pier. Well, now sitting in the boat and proceeding ahead. So that is still positive with your relationship, with your money. So let's pull another one. Divine, so then what is this emotional loss? I would really like to know, what is this emotional loss? It's not with the lover, with the money. What is it going to be in relation to? Let's see. Well, it's triumph. So chariot, success. So 7, again, spiritual. So it really can be something that is just in your mind, maybe, where you're not, where there's something happening that is your emotions. Maybe you're tapping back into the past of how you felt before, because everything is turning up positive. It's triumph, charging ahead, moving forward. You have all of that there. So let's pull one more card. I just want to get further clarity. Get me this download, Divine. What is it that you're saying with the emotional loss? Or maybe we don't even need to worry about it. Maybe that's, you know what, I'm going to let it go. Because if it was something to worry about, then the cards would have come up to tell you this isn't something to worry about. Just think of it as everything in your life, there's ups and there's downs. So it's you don't have to worry. It's not about your money. It's not about your lover. It's not about your base. It's something that, I don't know, maybe something. I'm not even gonna put it out there, but it's not something that you need to worry about, because we get positive movement forward. We get triumph. So don't worry. So let's skip ahead now to the distant future. So Divine, what can you tell us? There's positive financial and material changes. What can you tell us about this distant future for this twin flames couple? Awareness. So just like we had the balance with the angel having all the suits, well, now it's the magician, wands. And that is, again, letting you know you have within you everything you need, all the resources that you need, you have. It makes you fully aware. One is, again, new beginnings. So the change in material harvest and material changes, all of that is positive. You have every resource with you. You're open to the universe. You're getting your download, just like I was saying, download, give me that download. You're getting your downloads from the universe. So just continue to remain tapped in. Do continue with your meditation, your visualization, all of that. So even though you have the lover at this point, continue to visualize the life that you want to have together. Remember this family. and then the partnerships and alliances. Keep visualizing that. Don't let anything distract you or move you away from these positive thoughts. Continue on in that way. So let's pull one more card for the distant future. So tell us, Divine, another message for the distant future, for the collective out there. What can you tell us for the distant future? And we have conflict and defeat. So you're letting it get into your head. You're dipping back. That's 5. So that's change. You're dipping back. But this is showing you it's self-imposed. That's what this means. You're going through a period where you're thinking that things are not great. Maybe you're the type of person who feels like when things are going so well for me, now all of a sudden they'll go bad. Because everything is positive. Everything is coming forward. You went through a life experience already, and that shook you up so that you can move forward to meet this powerful, wealthy partner. So get out of your head. This is all mental. Get out of your head. The sun is still there. Even as you're like stumbling down the stairs, you have this candle that's lit, and it has the same ring around it. See all the rings around it? Like showing the lighting. So let that go. Change 5, change that self-imposed conflict and defeat. So we'll pull one more card and see. Tell us some more, Divine, about this distant future for the collective. What more can you tell us? Well, we have deception and envy. And this is 7. So there is someone around you that is giving you a mask, pretending to be one way, but they're another way. So you just have to be very careful, very mindful. Conflict and defeat, even though that's self-imposed, this is still coming around you. So there's someone around you that you should not necessarily trust. And 7 again is back to the spiritual, your inner wisdom. Follow your intuition to see, because there's someone that's putting on a face of one way, but they're actually a different way. So I thought that would be the last card, but the universe had a message for me. So let's see. What more can you tell us about this deception and envy? Who is it, Divine? Who is this that the collective needs to watch out for? They're getting a great life. Things are going well. What is it? Who is it that they need to be on alert from? Heartache and loss. 3. So 3 is about change. I'm sorry, not change. 3 is about the expansion, is the harmony. It's something that's coming up. So perhaps there is a loss, heartache. Let me think about that, because we have everything going along smoothly. So with that heartache and loss, it could be something, I don't know, maybe there is a loss for with the lover. Let me see. Divine, is it the lover that is deceptive and that's going to cause this heartache and loss after such a great period? Who is it? Well, no, it's not them. You have spiritual union. So fortunately, it is not going to be your lover. So it's two, just like I said with Ziggy, heads together, that's how they're doing their heads together. So going from cups together in celebration to your heads together. So you may just have a period. Maybe it's, you know, I don't know, maybe it's going to be like a loss of something dear, that type of level of loss. But you're still coming together in the spiritual union. So whatever the loss may be, it is going to bring you closer together. You're going to maybe, and I'm thinking it could be this, maybe there's like a miscarriage or a loss of like a baby, um, because that's something that's really hurtful and could bring you closer. Sometimes people pull apart, but in this instance, it's saying that the two of you will still come close together. But you still have this foundation and achievements, whereas the 4 of you. So let's pull one more card. Divine, tell us more about that heartache and loss that brought the couple closer together. What can you tell us about that? Well, it's triumph and success. 1, Ace of Swords. So it's as if you're coming out. So it could very well have been that, and now you're cutting through that clutter. You're coming, it's not like you're buried or anything, but you're coming out from underneath all that heartache and the pain and the loss to be triumphant, which would lead you to having another child. and having the ability to move forward with that family life. But it will keep you stronger. You won't lose the memory of the child that was not birthed, but you will have the support of your husband, your partner, and you will get that distant child that you will. Because at the bottom, we have passion ignited, which is one, again, one like here, new beginnings, one new beginnings. So you'll be able to get into that love again and help you to create that baby that will certainly be with you as it shows here. So that is your message, basically where you need to, you've been in suffering, it's been a relationship before, many before that didn't go well, but now you have your twin flame. And this is also showing you that twin flame feel. And you'll be successful. He's wealthy, you'll be prosperous together, you're strong, you have a great base and foundation, but there could be, I'm not going to say it will be, because everything happens as it should, and you also have your free will, so maybe you just be, more mindful of this. But there's the potential for a loss of a child, but it will pull you closer with your lover together, and you will have your passion reignited after it, and will ultimately have that family life that you want. So let's pull a crystal to see, divine, what crystal will help the collective in this message. Divine, what crystal will help the collective? Divine, what crystal will help the collective? And we have malachite. It's time to transform. And that's green. That's your heart again. So you may have this going on, like, so let's take it from all the way from the beginning. So time to transform, you had all these other people that just didn't work out. Well, look at all the green here. Green, the green. So you were able to take on that, transform yourself from being single to being in a relationship, to getting engaged and getting married, and then time to transform. After that loss, you're still coming together. See that? So you have that green. Look at the green in the passion. So you have all of that. Remember your heart chakra. So all of that is there for you. And just know that with each change, each challenge, each emotional thing that comes up for you, that you just have to transform. Take that experience, learn from it. Don't let it knock you out. You got to alchemize it, bring it into you, and transform it into that love, that passion that you have with your twin flame. So that is your message for today. Be so kind. If this did resonate with you, be so kind as to click the like button, share it with friends. If it didn't resonate with you, someone else out there may be going through this type of situation and needs to hear this message. So that would be great to share it, as well as to subscribe to PYJynJoy. Click the notification bell so you know when I post, although I post pretty much every day. So lastly, if you want to go deeper, go to PYJynJoy, PYJynJoy.com, and book a one-on-one session. I'm happy to help you and go into more detail on a customized personal level. Until we see each other again, love, light, and joy.